The morning sun slowly rose over the peaceful town of Maple Creek. Birds sang from the old oak trees, and a cool breeze drifted through the narrow streets. It looked like an ordinary day, but for one family, it would become the day that changed everything forever. Inside a small brick house lived a kind, hard-working man named Daniel Carter and his two sons, Ethan and Noah. Daniel had never been rich. He worked long hours as a carpenter, building furniture with his own hands. Every chair, every table, and every cabinet he made carried a piece of his heart. Although money was always tight, Daniel believed there was something more valuable than wealth. He believed in character, he believed in discipline. And most of all, he believed that every person created their own future through the choices they made. Ethan, the older son, was 23 years old. He loved attention, expensive clothes, luxury cars, and showing off on social media. Whenever he earned a little money, he spent it almost immediately. Noah, the younger son, was 21. He was quiet, curious, and thoughtful. Instead of scrolling through his phone for hours, he enjoyed reading books about business, history, and successful people. He often asked questions like, what makes someone truly successful? How do ordinary people build extraordinary lives? Daniel always smiled when he heard those questions. One rainy evening, Daniel called both sons into the living room. His face looked pale. His hands trembled slightly. There was something different about him. "Dad, are you okay?" Noah asked softly. Daniel forced a gentle smile. "I've been hiding something from both of you." The room suddenly became silent. "I've been sick for a long time." Ethan frowned. "What do you mean?" "The doctors say I don't have much time left." The words hit the room like thunder. Noah's eyes filled with tears. Ethan stared at the floor, unable to believe what he had just heard. Daniel slowly reached into an old wooden box beside his chair. Inside were two white envelopes. He handed one envelope to Ethan, the other went to Noah. "Each of you has $1,000. Ethan looked surprised. "Only 1,000, Daniel smiled. "To some people it's only money." He paused before continuing. "But to the right person, it can become an opportunity." Noah carefully held the envelope without opening it. Daniel looked at both of his sons. "I don't care how much money you have 10 years from now. I care about the kind of men you become." Ethan shrugged. "I already know what I'm going to do." Daniel nodded. "Maybe." Then he turned toward Noah. "And you?" Noah looked down at the envelope. "I don't know yet," Daniel smiled proudly. "Good. The people who think before they act often travel the farthest." The rain continued tapping against the windows. Daniel leaned back in his chair. "I want both of you to promise me one thing." "What is it?" Noah asked. "Don't let money control your life. You should control your money." Neither son fully understood what their father meant, not yet. A week later. The town gathered outside the small church. Dark clouds covered the sky. Friends, neighbors, and old customers came to say goodbye to Daniel Carter. He had spent his entire life helping others. Now his journey had come to an end. After the funeral, the two brothers stood quietly beside their father's grave. Neither of them spoke. Finally, Ethan broke the silence. "I guess life goes on." Noah looked at the simple stone that marked their father's resting place. "Our choices begin today," Ethan laughed. "You sound just like Dad." Maybe he did, but deep inside, Noah knew something important. Their father hadn't really left them $1,000. He had left them a test that would decide the rest of their lives. Neither brother realized it yet, but the next decision each of them made would start two completely different futures.